over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming off their open week, the Washington Redskins take the field. Quarterback Kirk Cousins, he's got him at a 4-3-1 record right now. That puts him third in the NFC East, the good NFC East. And they've got a struggling Minnesota team coming to town this Sunday, Week 10.
This could be a big-time spot for a win for Washington because, let's face it, this is about the time of year last year where Kirk Cousins really took off with his teammates and ended up winning the NFC East. This would be a great starting point against a very good Minnesota defense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Now the first carry for Matt Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
This is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
Second down, it's Jones. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Starting 11 here for the offense. It's going to take some snaps here in a second. Wide receiver Pierre Garçon, always been a very good force in this league.
I agree with you totally on that. Even as a youngster, played with a fury, played with force, continues to do that now as a veteran, and knows how to mentor the younger guys.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Third and long for Cousins. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any touchdown. Now to be 4th and short.
So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Here comes Cam Newton. And the Carolina Panthers now 3-5. And that was a big Week 9 win because no team had ever made the playoffs after starting 2-6. Cam wasn't exceptional, but he did the job he needed to do.
All they cared about was winning. And it was even tougher because it was on the road. They had started the season 0-3 on the road, but lost at Denver, lost at New Orleans, lost at Atlanta. So they had to have this one if they wanted to have any chance of making a playoff push.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
it's Newton here off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still 3rd down.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. And Newton. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Kendall Fuller. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Following the interception, Cousins. Right side caught by Jackson. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Charles Johnson off the edge, a long day for any offensive tackle.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. A play fake to Jones. Now Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. He finds his target. It's Crowder. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Cousins now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On third down, Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
One man in the backfield. That's Jones. He'll come out in the pistol. Cousins on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They come out here in the eye. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
Carolina coming back on offense. You know, I said earlier about teams starting 2-6 and making the playoffs. It's never happened. Well, teams at 2-5 like Carolina was going on to make the playoffs, that has happened 6 times since 1990.
But even better for them, because most of the people like to go to recent history when a concern say, oh, losing teams getting to the playoffs. Last year, Kansas City and Houston both started 2-5 and made the playoffs.
So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. It's a tight game here early. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Week 9, Stewart, 42 yards on 15 carries. You know, as a team, Charles, they only ran for 59, but you know how vaunted that Rams front 4 is.
It is very difficult to run the ball against them. You talk about first-round picks, big-time talents who pride themselves on not giving up running yardage. Makes it difficult, but having Jonathan Stewart in the lineup is key for Carolina. They can't do much else in their offense unless he does touch the ball in the run game.
Play clock winding down. They go back to Stewart on first. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Defense showing blitz. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. 3rd and 2, Newton. And Ginn's got it. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there.
Brandon, so much attention in Dallas about Dak Prescott and what he's done as a rookie quarterback, and deservedly so. I don't think many people saw this coming. But when you talk with people in Dallas, they'll tell you they saw signs early after he joined the team. In fact, one of the observers told me they were having a 2-minute drill, and they were going through it. And Dez Bryant caught a pass and ran the length of the field for a touchdown, but they were in a 2-minute drill trying to get work done, and Dak Prescott actually took him to the side and said, hey, you're the big dog around here, but we all need to get some work in, and the team saw that.
Wow, the rookie going to the vet.
That's pretty impressive right there, and I think it got everyone's attention early in Dallas about Dak Prescott. But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. Now 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. We get a look at the Panthers' defense now. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for move.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, 62 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. We get a glance at the Redskins defense as they go back out there now. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. And caught left side, Olsen. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st down, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup. And that leads to a Carolina 1st down. Stewart is the lone setback. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. It's caught right side, Dixon. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be a Carolina 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Stewart on 1st down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. To throw on second down is Newton. He'll buy some time right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Newton now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Stewart. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, Cousins. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
For Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Ginn. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Well, Charles, I know last night at the hotel we were going over injuries around the league and then looking at the quote-unquote next man up and who has really stepped in to fill some big shoes this year. Who'd you have down?
Well, Cleveland, it hasn't paid off for them yet, but 6 different guys have thrown passes for them so far. They've got to settle on a starter that they really like. How about in Dallas? I think that's the ultimate one right there. Dak Prescott stepping in for Tony Romo. Kansas City's had a carousel of running backs with the injury to Jamal Charles.
And one more in Denver. DeMarcus Ware returned in Week 9, but when he was out, who stepped up?
Shane Ray, their first-round draft pick in 2015. And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The 3-time All-Pro, Luke Kuechly, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Cousins now on second down. Caught left side, Garcon. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now midway through the second, the quick pass gets complete, and it leads to a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Offense now with the shot after the pick. They're going to come away with another sack. This goes for a loss of 9.
Okay, Larry, back here, 7-0 our score as we ready ourselves for this second. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st and 10, Newton escaping the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Stewart is the lone setback. He's going to get the football. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. They had a clean slate last time defensively, forcing that super long field goal that was no good.
And from experience, I can tell you that, yeah, you want to block any type of a field goal attempt, but I don't know if you go all out at that distance. You send someone to the kicker to make sure they actually execute it, but you really play for a fake. You don't want to get beat that way and just play the odds, and the odds were in their favor, and the miss did occur.
Caught on the right side, Reed. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Cousins now from the 50. Jackson's got it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They come up with an offset eye. Now Cousins hands to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Cousins on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Second down, Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a draw.
And a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Fresh set of downs here. A first down throw for Cousins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Pierre Garçon from 21 yards away. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington defense getting ready. They were able to force that 3-and-out. That led to a touchdown. And defenses obviously love 3-and-outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast. But it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. Now a first down throw for Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
20.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's the option going right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. To throw on second down is Newton. He can't avoid the Pressure, Redskins get there. Will Compton coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Third and long. It's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. A play fake to Jones. Now Cousins. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
First down, here's Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. A good pickup there, a 22. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Ginn will come in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT. It's caught right side. Dixon. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Newton now on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
And incomplete here on third down. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And fourth down coming up. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Throwing again is Newton. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and it's third and short.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Newton on third down. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Gano's kick is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Let's go.
Second down, Cousins. He sets up the screen to Jones. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. for Cousins. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it's Newton, eluding the pressure right. And caught left side, Olsen. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And Olsen over the middle. Calling a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Newton throwing again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Throwing is Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. A recent memory, the Panthers have made uptown Charlotte a very tough place to come into and get a victory, but they were able to get that done in this one. Not an easy task.
In their sprint to the Super Bowl in the 2015 season, they didn't lose a game in this stadium. So this is a monumental achievement to roll in there and beat the Panthers.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.